Once again, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be. Interesting how it's framed, because this is the academy, which is supposed to be like the seat of all power, but it's the religious space kind of at the centre of town that's much more the architecturally prominent. Many people here do not seem to have much of use or interest to say. All of this is suggesting that the Ark might be bound to Rush's dad. A Reaper? This game does not need more jargon. So I can't go in there. Oh, actually, it's not a temple in that other area, is it? It's like a government building. This is the temple. It's some sort of queue. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to go here. So are we legitimately allowed to be here or not? Are they going to remind me what I'm coming here for? No. That was suddenly a very loud noise. Cool, that's good. Stuff in this area is a bit on the tough side though. Oh, something's seen me and is coming. There's a chest over there. I wonder if that's the map. That would be really useful. Nobody needs healing. This one guy is taking an incredible amount of damage there. Wait, I'm confused. That's where the oh, so I can't get across this room. Why are the door openings suddenly so cussed loud? Why the hell is my morale so low? Where's this going to emerge? So I'm starting on low morale because these are deemed to be stronger units, I guess. Ooh, that's very not good. That should be enough to take out that group. This one not so much. Okay, now we're onto something. Unless they do that, what the hell was that? Let's have a dig in the wall. I have no more digs. And some sort of a set piece fight. Lovely. Oops. Kind of wanted to attack those two together, but never mind. Satisfactory. Oops. Nice. Ooh. So that would be the significance of targeting a leader then. Whoa, what the heck? I don't think I should try fighting that thing. That looks rather intimidating. But of course I can save anywhere. Let's see how it goes. Two of them. okay. It's not too bad. Ooh, that was suddenly a lot of damage. This way. I'm still hoping that this route will curve back significantly south. Whoa, that's an enemy. So that I can pick up that chest in that first room. Right, where's this going to take us to? Somebody randomly put a door in the middle of this corridor. Also, that dust caused some lag. Jesus. There's a chest. It's a trap. Presumably I have to fight these things. Let's see how dangerous the giant bugs are. There are a lot more of them than there were on the map, of course. Send you after those. 1, 2. Let's see if we can't generate a flank attack. Keep your HP up. Ooh. My first opportunity to use the super action if I don't win the fight first. God damn it, Devon. Why don't I ever get to use the S moves? Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Huh. Something I'm noticing with this game is that outgoing damage can be very inconsistent. Let's... I can't tell which unit is in combat with which. That would be really useful information to have. That doesn't seem to have achieved very much. Cool. That was the room the chest was in, but I can't reopen it. Lovely. That is smoky floor. Is that going to cause a problem in battle? Let's hope not. Nobody so far has wanted any of the loot from this place. How did I get flanked? Aha, a ladder. Please be the map. No. This is just annoying dungeon design now.
だな。
Oh god. I'm gonna waste my entire time shift here. Good, I got a flank in before I was flanked. Why don't I have the, like, regular heal option? Fortunately, I'm no longer in a situation where the main character can't die. This looks like it might be... Yes, so we have looped around. That was not the map. I am disappointed. Why are the doors so loud here? Why? that is a warp point. I wonder what is through here. I'm very surrounded. Uh-oh. That was very bad. How the fuck did I get that separated? That's bad. This is not a good situation. Uh-oh. Well... Trying to do all of these at once was a bad idea. How long can we keep this up? Rip. Let's try not doing all three of those at once.
少しは成長したかな。
Might be able to handle two at once. Although I think these are the two bigger groups. Yeah. And again, despite starting right next to each other and all converging on one enemy, completely rearranged after the first turn. Uh-oh. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Things that aren't necessary. That's a lot of Kasiti. I am at 99 chains. Will the counter go above 99? I've no idea what that stat means. Counter can go above 99. Okay. Didn't want to link those, never mind. This seems profoundly inconclusive. Why is the unit that has the most health the one that's getting the good heal command? Someone's gonna die here. Nope, not fast enough. Totally unnecessary use of the super, but never mind. That's a conspicuously significant looking door. Can I open it? That's... Yep.
Oh, ラッシュか。父さん。お、よくここまで来れたな。父さん、イリーナが。ああ、分かっている。
Wasn't
あなたは
Rush's dad supposed to be on the like Sky Arc thing? That's swanky.
それはイリーナをさらった奴らが欲しがっているものだ。この石板はレムナントをいわば眠らせることができる。マリーナが発見した。そうだ、母さんは連中の気を引くためおとりになってくれた。おとり？心配するな。まずはこれを餌にイリーナを取り戻そう。そうすれば母さんも戻ってこれる。大丈夫だ、ラッシュ。よく頑張ってくれたな。ああ、父さん。
話は後で。大使館へ戻るぞ。
So what are we supposed to do with the thing? Obviously useful for stopping remnants, but
大丈夫だよ、父さん。俺たちがついてるからさ。
ああ、そうだな。ありがとう。父さん。
what?
父さ
ん。危ない。それに触るな。
そう簡単には行かせませんぞ、ジョン・サイクス。
父さんに何をした？
石板をよこせば命だけは助けてやる。
自分で取りに来い。
whelp. I didn't think we'd have custody of it that long.
命に別状はありません。しかし意識が戻る気配はなく、まるで仮死状態です。
あの魔導士のせいだな。
ワグラム自身に術を解かせる以外、博士の意識を回復させる方法はないか。
ワグラムか。母さんの居場所が分かれば。
そういえばジョン博士がおかしなことを言っておられましたな。マリーナ博士はおとりになったとか。
おとり？どういうことだ？
さて。
It clearly didn't
マ
work.
リーナ博士の居場所については心当たりがあります。
本当か？
なぜ今まで黙っていた？
I mean, it genuinely is a fine time to tell him.
お願いがございます。私とラッシュ2人だけでその場所へ向かわせていただきたいのです。
What?
二人だけで？
はい。
私にも言えない理由が？いいか？
ダビッド様。
今まであなたはアスラムのために尽くしてくれた。俺はあなたを信じている。
ダビッド様。
ラッシュ、エマを頼む。意外と。
Really? You're gonna say that about one of your fucking generals to this schlub? Fucking video games.
我々はアスラムへ戻ろう。ここに残るのは危険だ。
Yes, my lord.
ラッシュ、ジョン博士のことは任せてくれ。ありがとう。
I'm not convinced there are any good hands for taking care of a coma patient in this world.
必ずアスラ
Particularly
ム
one
に
who's
戻って
being
こい。
hunted for his life. Okay, I need some more recruits. Or I don't? I mean, it hasn't told me that David and co have left the party. I should probably sell all those bugs that I captured as well. Yeah. She sells loads of recipe stuff for item customization. What about you? Do you sell stuff that I could use? Not really. To the guild, and let's see if I can recruit some people here. That's pretty expensive. As in, like, more than 2/3 of my money expensive. Hold there. Around here. Let's see if that'll do the trick. They were in Hendler, I believe. Maybe not. Oh no, there we are. I wish I knew more about this place.
ああ、久しぶりだな。
来たことはあるんだ。
古いしきたりだが、ハニウェルの家名を継ぐ者は聖人の儀式としてレムナントを探す旅に出なくてはならない。へ
え。
アスラムに強力なレムナントを、それが戦死した私の父の悲願だった。
That sure was a disjointed bunch of
調査隊を
sentences.
派遣していると聞き、私も来たのだ。レムナントがあると思ってな。そして彼女に出会った。
それが母さん。
つまらん話だったろ。ここを抜けよう。お前の母がいるはずだ。
Ah. Right then. Oh. So I can't actually change things at all. So there possibly isn't much to fear here. Why are doors so much louder than all the other sound effects? I skipped a tutorial dialogue there that would have been quite useful. I have to watch the video back afterwards and see how I can freeze frame it. Oh jeez. Oh, a lift. Why make this interactable? Why not make it automatic? Ouch. That was nice and simple. Amoeba Fang. Somebody doesn't know what an amoeba is.
なんだよ。
Something wicked lurks in the dark over there. That's a dead end. That, though, is a vicious plant. Should probably have saved before trying that. I have two different versions of attack with combat arts there. Satisfactory. Just no relation at all between how threatening an enemy marker looks and how dangerous the encounter is. Although, given how random the encounters are, I'm not sure they could be. This is a dead end with nothing in it. Uh-oh, now we have two groups. Oh, the Union hasn't done anything yet. I don't have an option to heal myself. These dungeons are all much too large.
いつらを叩くぜ。頑張れ。
Well, that's another lift. Let's just keep going. And this one I don't have to hold the stick direction for. There's a lot of FF12 about this design.
マジ？行くぜ。こいつらを叩くぜ。よし。しっかり。
In fact, much as it pains me to say it, FF12 HD is probably going to look a bit like this. Oops. The chest. Yeah, this isn't the map. God smacking, damn it, why am I having such bad luck finding maps? That's a fucking timing puzzle. The movement on that amoeba. What monster thought that was a good idea? That's just a dead end. One dig point.
やった。もういいぜ。よっしゃ。お、すげえ。
Apparently I made it past all of those amoeba. Used to be a map. Hey! It actually was a map. How about that? But it only shows the current floor, and there didn't seem to be a way of getting views of the other floors.
やった。もういいぜ。
I might have a level up that refilled his digs though, in a while.
先手を取るぞ。
こいつらを叩くぜ。うりゃ。
Oh god, I haven't saved since the bottom of the list. Please don't kill me.
頼むぜ。
Phew. Anyway. Oh, crap. Well, that's suspicious. Oh my god. Sam, I'm gonna fucking block you if you do that again.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't hit you kind of perfectly on time for, like, I just left a magical door and turned around, and so the camera was right next to it, and I thought the door was whispering to me in-game,
Oh.
which was a little bit unnerving.
I think I listened to a podcast that was like a countdown of like 5 creepy whispers in video games.
Good grief.
I think one of them was Black and White 2. Because that game has like a database of names. So if there's like a thing, like nobody knows the specifics of where it finds out the name, but if that name is in like a list, it has every so often when like people die, instead of whispering just death, it also whispers your name.
Ah. I can see
There's a
how
lot.
that would be unnerving.
Was it for me? Because I was a good boy that let most of my villagers stay alive. Those games were weird though.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Pretty strange. No. Why would you put actual manually operated lifts in a fucking video game? Half-Life 2 was a bad idea, we do not need more of that shit.
Remember the QuickTime event operated doors in Castlevania Lords of Shadow?
I have not played that.
It's an alright game. It rips off a lot. It's kind of like a hodgepodge of like stuff from loads of other games. Like sometimes it's a bit too on the nose with that. Like there's a whole boss which is just like, here's the Shadow of the Colossus boss.
Well, if you're gonna riff off boss fights from anywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's the Shadow of the Colossus boss fight. It's not as good as Shadow of the Colossus. That's a difficult task.
Yeah, like there's a lot of room to be pretty good and still not be as good as Shadow of the Colossus. Right.
Yeah.
Which of these paths haven't I explored?
I just a couple of hours ago I just watched Citizen Kane for the
It's a good
first
film,
time.
that.
It is a good film. Now I have a reference point for what the Citizen Kane of games might be.
No, you don't.
No, I really don't. I just needed to make that joke somewhere.
Bah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. No, that is that movie moves faster than I expected it to.
Back when movies were actually limited by physical reel size.
Yeah. And I don't know, seemed a bit more comedic than I expected in a sort of way. But
Orson Welles is actually a pretty funny actor when he wants to be.
yeah,
And like, easy
I've
to
only
underrate,
seen-
but I genuinely think incredibly talented at everything I've seen him turn his hand to. I haven't seen everything he's done.
I've seen two things. Which, Citizen Kane, and I believe he's Unicron in the Transformers movie.
Really?
Yeah. I think he was like. Yeah, he was portrayed by Orson Welles.
Good grief.
The movie also had Leonard Nimoy in it.
Wow.
And Eric Idle. Watched a film with Leonard Nimoy in last night, actually. Watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers for the first time.
Which Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
The one with Leonard Nimoy in the 70s one.
Right, okay. Because, like, that film's been remade 4 times?
Yeah. I was looking this up. There's the first two Invasion of the Body Snatchers, then there's Body Snatchers, and then there's The Invasion.
Plus a bunch of other games that basically replicate the games of films that basically replicate the same plot.
Yeah. But that's a good film. Donald Sutherland.
Oh yeah. Not really my kind of thing, but
No, I'm trying to watch a few films to get in the spirit of the season.
what? Oh, I suppose like Halloween. Yeah, okay.
But also, it's more my excuse of I haven't seen a lot of horror movies. Like, it's not like I'm not like an anti-horror movie type of person. It's just I haven't seen much.
I can't watch horror films at all.
No, that's fair. But
Even comedy horror is too scary for me.
I feel
That's
like
not
I
what
want to
I'm
watch the ones that get really stupid, like the franchises that seem like they stop being scary.
Pretty sure they'd scare me.
Yeah. But like I want to sort of get into like the Jasons and the Freddy Krueger stuff, where they just become cartoons.
Pretty much. I mean, they were pretty cartoony to start with, from the bits that I've seen. Particularly Freddy Krueger.
Well, the first Friday the 13th, I find it quite dull. Well, I suppose Freddy Krueger is quite cartoonish, but like that first film still has some pretty creepy stuff to it.
I think Final Destination is probably the franchise that's most likely to have ended up like inadvertently comedic.
Yeah, I think that one just seemed to just go a bit off the rails, no pun intended.
Oh right, that's right, the lift was actually in this room. Oh god, this system gets really boring when you only got one union to play with.
Yeah,
And they for this level, randomly I can't have any of my like ordinary retainers with me. I can only use Rush and Emma. Which is just such a video game imposition. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, I've seen that. That seems to be a standard RPG thing, where they kind of limit your party.
Well, I mean, it's a standard RPG thing for conventional RPGs. You'd never see it in a tactical RPG. And this is kind of absolutely in the middle of the crossover between those two things.
Yeah.
And so it felt a bit weird. And now I have to do this fucking lift again. I should not have left this dungeon.
Oh, I just remember the bit in Mario and Luigi, the original, the first one, where it's just Luigi. But Luigi is so much of a coward, he is hypnotized into thinking he is Mario in order to do what he needs to. Yeah. Those games are really funny.
Certainly something.
That first one is also really hard.
I do want to play those actually, they look really good.
They are really good. I think, like, there's some stuff I don't like about the fourth one, but like, it's not out of it necessarily being a bad game. It's just a bit of a long game.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like
are the first of those on the GBA?
the first one's on the GBA, the second and third are on the DS, the fourth and fifth are on the 3DS.
Right.
And the fifth is the crossover with Paper Mario.
Yes. Which, like, seems to be a factory for great screenshots. Like, a lot of the stuff that seems to be coming out of that game looks really entertaining.
Which one? Paper Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff about the new one, Color Splash.
Oh yeah, actually, Color Splash as well. Also, note this on this lift that I have to like push myself. Also, there are timed dodging exercises with these freaking amoebas.
The thing with Color Splash is people are very upset with that game's combat, as they were with the last Paper Mario. Yeah, well, people didn't like Sticker Star because it kind of made every action an item.
So is that a bit like World Ends With You?
Not necessarily, because like at least with The World Ends With You, like you don't like it made every action a consumable item.
Oh right, yeah, I see how that would be an issue.
Yeah, and also there's no experience gain from battle. And as I understand, like a lot of what people don't like about it is how the combat is kind of become a bit inessential, but also essential. It's weird. Well, it sounds weird. I have Sticker Star to play, and I want to do it because it's just like it's one of I feel like sometimes when there's like a fan base that's so rabidly against something, but it doesn't seem like. But there's like at least a few that are into it. You go, hang on, what's up here?
Yeah.
That's kind of why I ended up playing Final Fantasy 13 in the first place.
Ye
And ended
gods.
up really enjoying it a lot.
It's a good vid game.
It is a good vid game.
I can't wait for Final Fantasy 13-4 to come out next month.
Yeah.
13-5? Who's counting?
Um,
FF13 is 3 games in itself anyway.
Yeah. I never did. I do want to get back onto doing like properly finishing Lightning Returns, because all I did last time was just like not beat the final boss and just watch the ending on YouTube because I really couldn't beat their boss.
That final boss is a complete pain in the arse, in fairness.
Yeah. That's like my only sticking point with that game. That game's real good.
It's pretty interesting.
It's like that game's basically like an accessible version of Valkyrie Profile in a way.
Huh.
It kind of feels that way in terms of like it has the same plot, even.
Really?
Well, kind of like you're getting souls to prepare for the end of the world.
It has a similar idea.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna
Also,
say-
like, that's not really what you're doing in Lightning Returns. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. But what would you say you're doing?
In Lightning Returns, you are not thinking things through enough and just doing what a malevolent god tells you because it wears the face of your friend.
That's also the twist of Valkyrie Profile.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough then.
Spoilers for Valkyrie Profile.
I'm never going to get as far as the ending of that game.
It's a difficult one.
It's just impenetrable. Maybe they'll remake it someday.
Maybe. It's a Square Enix game. Maybe.
Is it? I thought it was Tri-Ace.
Well, it's Square Enix owns the game,
Ah, right.
but it is Tri-Ace developed. Like Star Ocean is Square Enix, but developed by Tri-Ace. I don't know. Tri-Ace just they're too weird. The games
They're
are odd.
pretty strange.
So I am interested in Star Ocean 2 because people seem to go like.
I gather
crazy
that
for
Star Ocean 2 is the good one.
That's
That
what
didn't
people
last long.
say. Star Ocean 3, which I've streamed a bit of like a while back and played. That
Less
game
so.
is odd. Yeah, that game is. It's a Tri-Ace game for sure. It's like you can die from not
Hang on a
from running out
second.
of MP.
So, I have the choice of whether to open this door or not and start the boss fight. And the choices are, of course, Mum's in there, and we're here to rescue her, or I'm not in the mood. Why
You're not
is
in the mood.
not in the mood a choice on saving the world?
That's like you could have like, of course, Mom's in there, or I'm not ready. But no, you go
That's
not in
so-
the mood.
Fucking JRPGs. What the hell?
Video games.
Uh-huh.
I feel that this is not a thing exclusive to JRPGs.
Nah, probably not.
It seems a little repetitive at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when you have a tactical battle system and you design a one-on-one boss fight in it, it's going to be pretty repetitive.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that Rush gets a chance to use his super.
What is the super criteria?
I have no idea. Possibly entirely random. Like, we genuinely haven't figured it out yet.
Isn't there... I was seeing Devon tweeting about some like differently named stat between every character that no one knows how they work.
Yeah, what it is, so you've got, like, all the characters have a standard stat set, but in addition to that, each character, every single character has a unique named stat. So Rush has bravery and Emma has love, and genuinely nobody seems to know what they do, and Square Enix haven't said.
That's something.
No kidding.
So this is one like internally like Square Enix.
Yep, this was their first internally developed Gen 7 game.
It's like this is like something in the back of my head that kind of makes me think it's like from someone else, but no, it's like full on Square Enix.
Full on Square Enix.
It's like most games and then were like not Square Enix. But like just published.
What's that going to leave me with? 8. Save another turn. Hey, I won! That was incredibly tedious. And all the loot I got was a stone.
Well, that's a bit of rubbish.
I mean, the bosses are made of stone, and apparently they get up once defeated.
That's... I mean, that happens in video games. That's a video game thing. Sometimes they get more powerful, even.
I like how they didn't even bother to animate a hug here. Oh yeah, also I met my dad and then he was put into a coma by the evil wizard dude. The white wearing evil wizard, not the red wearing evil wizard. Because there are already two.
Is the red one the one that looks like the glam metal singer?
Yes.
Alright. I'm sure there's a lot of JRPG characters that look like glam metal singers.
Yeah, one way or another.
I'll be right back in a bit.
Okay. And tragic backstory.
私はその恩に報いたくてアカデミーに入り研究に没頭したわ。でもその結果恐ろしい事実が判明してしまった。 誰もが不可能だと思っていたレムナント・エリシオンとの契約を果たし、神祖皇帝に見初められたマリオン・マーシャル。彼女が持っていた強大な力、レムナントの契約を無効化し、全てを上書きしてしまう力。私のこの体には彼女と同じ力が眠っている。そう、私はマーシャルの血を受け継ぐものだった。イリーナを産むまで気づかなかった。知っていたら私のせいであの子まで恐ろしい力を受け継いでしまった。
母さん、父さんと出会ってイリーナが生まれて、俺たち4人家族になって、それで母さんは幸せだった。
あなたたちと一緒に過ごした時間はとても幸せだった。
So they are her biological children, at least.
どれほどの希望を与えられたことか。
だったら話は簡単だ。俺たちの幸せを取り戻そう。
I really don't understand.
奴らの狙いはマーシャルの力だろ。ならイリーナに手洗いことをするわけがない。助けるチャンスはある。
But the stakes are supposed to be here.
ありがとう。私も覚悟が決まりました。これを
Pocket
この
money?
里の石板で作ったものよ。イリーナを見つけたら私の代わりにこれを渡してほしいの。
母さん、何をする気なんだ。
今はイリーナを守ることだけを考えて。ラッシュ、これは私のお願い。
母さん、
Okay, where the heck is this?
今さら別行動など、マリーナはどういうつもりだ。本当ならば我らと共にアスラムへ向かい、ダビッド様に真実を話すのが筋ではないのか。
すまない。でも母さんのことは悪く言わないでくれ。母さんには母さんの考えがあるんだ。
分かった。ダビッド様にはお前から説明するがいい。
Guess I can go back to town then? Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
どうしたんだろう。
I've forgotten I hadn't fed my cats yet
Ah.
in the evening.
無事に戻ってこれたんだな。
当たり前だろ。
何か
I also got myself some ice cream.
It's alright for some.
今日は会議が覇王へのレムナント譲与を渋ったため、
Don't know if it's appropriate time of year for ice cream, but eh.
しびれを切らした覇王
On
が
your own body heat be it.
レムナントを奪ってしまうのではないかと。
Well, it's warm enough in the house.
レムナントは
Fair enough.
たやすく契約するようなやつだ。レムナントを抱える諸侯にとっては脅威だろう。それで奴の動きは。
兵を集結させている。
Events in this game are moving very, very quickly for us being only like 9 hours into a 60-hour game.
ダビッドは
Stuff like that's the thing. Unless it like keeps that pace, it's kind of you're not going to worry it's going to start stalling.
I'm sure it's going to start stalling. I'm sure. Mostly what I think is that there's going to be a bunch of incredibly long dungeons in the second half. To no point or purpose. Because I went and looked up a speedrun, and as of like yesterday's stream was stuff that's 40 minutes into a 6-hour run, which doesn't bode well.
この状況を長引かせたくないエルマイエン公は我々に協力を要請してきたんだ。
Oh
ナ
dear.
ガプールで私と直接話したいらしい。
どうなさるおつもりですか？
せっかくだ。この状況を利用する。
ダビッド様。
エルマイエン公と交渉し、アスラム独立の手助けをさせようと思う。
I'm checking upon reviews and poor pacing comes up.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
その交渉は難しいのではありませんか？
だがいつかはやらねばならないことだ。今はゲイボルグを動かすにもクーバーイン公の許可がいる。アスラムをこの手で守るという当たり前のことが難しい。私は当たり前のことをしたい。アスラムをこの手で守るのだ。エマ。
Also, confusing comes up a bit in terms of the story.
I can believe that it just never quite brings the sequence of events to life.
この命ある限り
There's never quite enough information to tie it all together.
ナーガプールへと出発する。直ちに準備をせよ。
Yes, my lord.
But, I mean, I'm confused. I think I'm following the main parts of it, but I can't help but feel that
戦になるのか。
David's story is a much more interesting one than Rush's.
まだわからないが、おそら
Because they don't really seem to know what would make a story like Rush's tick.
く戦になれば
Is it?
多数のレ
Is this one of those things where someone on the podcast is going to try and explain the plot?
荒れた大地と
Leroy will probably tell us what it's all about,
契約者を失ったブランクレムナントだけだ。まったく
and get very angry at himself for doing so.
Did that happen with Xenogears?
すまなかった。
Chrono Cross.
Yeah, I remember having the Chrono Cross, but I couldn't remember if it happened with Xenogears.
Leroy corrected me on a few things with Xenogears, where he'd paid more attention than I had, and he was really angry about that too.
頼みがあるんだ。俺はアスラムのために戦う。だからイリーナや母さんを戦には巻き込まないでほ
That's
しい。
it seems like an easy game to get angry about.
Yes.
約束しよう。
I mean, you were watching, or streamed most of it.
話はそれだけか。
Yeah,
ああ。
お前
Well,
は
quite a lot of it
played-
anyway.
the first few hours. Those first few hours are alright.
No, they aren't.
No, it's not. Like, they're alright. They're not terrible.
Oh my god, I can now have a party of 30 and up to 12 units in battle. Why? This isn't necessary. No. Who shall I add? Let's add Nora. She seemed cool. Oh, actually, I might...
I believe one of the battle modes in the Suikoden games is like large-scale army stuff.
Yes, because they're a very political kind of storytelling, which yeah, I'm completely down for that. That's what I want. Yes. Uh,
全力を尽くそう。
he was quite good. So who do I want in place? I don't want anyone in place one. Why are all the formations so bad? Like, all the formations are designed for an odd number of units.
適切な人選だ。
That's right, I can make another union. Oh! Practicals. Right, so I can have 4 unions or 3 4-person unions. I think 3 4-person unions is a better bet.
遊び半分は許さないよ。
This menu design.
What is it you're doing?
I'm rearranging my unions.
So, yeah.
私は厳しくやるよ。
So you try. Yeah, it seems a bit. Huh.
It's confusing as heck is what it is.
Imagine if instead of picking those stances, you just like put them in places on that grid.
Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, the stances do have like special properties, but yeah, it's a bit awkward. Northeast, past the heroic ramparts. Let's go and look at these heroic ramparts then. That's an unfortunate phrase.
What?
Emma, rush! I'm in the market for horn. Why?
Did you ever watch Futurama?
I mean, I've seen occasional episodes, but
Oh, no. I remember the one episode where a lot of aliens started using human horn as an aphrodisiac, which is the nose, by the way. That was a very
all I was reminded of was, do you remember the pot noodle adverts?
When was that?
Like 10 years ago?
It sounds familiar, but I can't like call back to it.
It's probably for the best. One or two of them have randomly stuck with me to a degree I'm slightly ashamed of. So when they said this was a wall, they meant actually a literal wall rather than a mountain range, okay. I'm so fucking bad at judging distances for the combat entering in this game.
Well, I don't think it's like I'd probably have the same issue because it's not like you're able to use, because it is three-dimensional space, and
Yeah, and the camera is
You're
not
looking-
optimal for it.
No.
It's too low
Like
angle.
if this had more of a like top-down fixed camera kind of thing, it might be more useful.
We can't have that in the 3D era.
No,
And
you
in
have
fairness,
to be able to have a
Like, occasionally this game is really effective with it, and other games took this camera method and went on to be really effective with it. So I'm not actually that down on it. It's a bad match for this mechanic.
yeah, for the specific mechanic. Yeah, I get you. But didn't Blue Dragon have like a mechanic where you could chain battles together?
Yep, and a much steeper camera angle.
Yeah, it did. Well, none of the RPGs really use like the sort of fixed camera type thing anymore, do they?
I think it's something that people are trying to avoid, certainly.
Hmm.
You.
Though, like the early, like Final Fantasy 15 demos had a very cinematic feel to it, but that was more born out of like the Uncharted style camera.
You mean like the demo from last year, or
The first Final Fantasy 15 showing, not versus
Oh, right.
13.
so trailers, basically,
Yeah,
or
like,
stuff we only saw as trailers anyway? I kind of missed
think
out
they
on
had-
that phase. Like, I
They-
remember versus 13 trailers, but I was
they
not-
started showing off more game when it became 15.
yeah.
But the game that they showed off back then is not quite what the game we have now. Like what it was starting to look like when it first became Final Fantasy 15 was a more sort of Uncharted-ish style like action game with more RPG.
Okay, how much of this area can I explore? Because there's some quite distant horizons.
Yeah, it's quite big.
Let's go 1, 2, 3. Excuse my pauses to sneeze. Please be a map so I can see how big this area actually is. Yay! It was the map. Holy fuck. There's a lot of heroic rampart. And there are exits in both directions for some god-awful reason. Well, we shall try one and then the other. Also, who builds fortifications like this? Like, the actual fort here is not attached to the wall. You would have to leave the fort to man the wall. That doesn't
Yeah.
seem wise.
There must be something going on there.
Greaves of Growling.
Greaves of Growling.
Uh-huh. Might as well equip them. They seem cool. And that's a just arbitrary dead end.
It's water.
Mm-hmm. Definitely hints of the kind of Tales of Xillia problem here, of just areas that are quite big and open, but also very flat and visually samey.
Huh. I didn't play enough Tale. I haven't played any of Tales of Xillia.
It's weird, like the actual locations are really good. It's a really pretty game. But in between every town and dungeon, there's a road section. And all the road sections are completely indistinguishable from one another.
I might. What? There's 3 Tales games on the PS3.
It depends how you count them, because Symphonia and Symphonia 2 got re-released. There's Grace's F is on PS3. Xillia 2, and there's the PS3 version of Zesty. So you can actually play 6 Tales games on the PS3.
Oh. Well, I think for me that's 3 Tales games I can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because the original version of Symphonia 2 is quite easy to find.
Yes. Also, if you can, and it's not terribly easy, get Symphonia 1 for GameCube.
I've already played and finished it on GameCube.
Ah, good, yes. It's a...
Yeah.
It's not big differences, but like the camera in the PS2, PS3 version really annoyed me.
Also, the GameCube version has double the frame rate.
Yeah, that didn't bother me.
No, but it's just a nice little extra thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, it has to be 60 because it's if it's targeting 30, then it's a cinematic decision. It's an aesthetic choice.
Well, sometimes that's an excuse.
Well, if you're like making like something like Assassin's Creed or like a Ubisoft game, that it is an aesthetic choice because those games aren't built on precision. Like they are built for people who have like even like people who have TVs that induce like certain amounts of input lag and things like that.
I'm not sure. I'm still not sure the right way to characterize it is as an aesthetic choice. Like it's a legitimate choice about development priority.
Oh yeah.
But I'm contrasting that with the people who said that the Order running at 30 was an aesthetic choice because it was trying to be more cinematic, which, as was pointed out at the time, kind of fails to understand cinema. Because like cinema isn't 30 FPS and never has been.
It's 24.
Mm-hmm. Or 48 if you go to see The Hobbit.
That film looked weird though. It did. 48 frames per second, I think, because I saw all 3 Hobbits in 48 frames because I wanted consistency.
There's Emma in the market for Horn again. Sorry, say again?
I'd seen all 3 Hobbits in 48 frames per second, and it's. I don't think that movie necessarily pulls it off very well because it's kind of a very effects-heavy movie, and it kind of contrasts the realistic-looking stuff with the effects in a way that just makes them seem more separate. But
Oh, look at the Remnant in this town. That's a pretty good look. When this game wants to, it's actually visually pretty good. It's just that it doesn't try hard enough often enough. That's some proper Square Enix design, though. I hope there's a lot like that in FF15.
We'll say that 48 frames per second actually managed to make 3D look better. I think I was never interested. Like, they thought any 3D movie really looked anything decent, or that noticeable, really, except Hobbit seems to use it well. But those movies didn't do well enough, so nothing else is filming in 48 frames per second.
Yeah, well, it's like completely requires a pretty thoroughgoing reinvention of cinema technology.
Well, most screen projectors are at 72 hertz.
I suppose.
Because they're using digital now these days.
Yeah.
But I think Avatar 2 is being filmed at like some ridiculous, like 200 frames per second or something.
Of course it fucking is.
Fucking
Cameron.
But and I think Ang Lee is doing something with his next film like that. But I think I remember it being something that seemed like it would have suited it. Like it was a sports movie or something. No, it's not. I feel like sports movies would be the only thing to just like something that would really justify high frame rate, because that's how sport looks on television a lot of the time.
I guess. I mean, it's certainly like when Formula 1 switched to full-on 60 FPS, it did make a difference to how it looked. Like I really like where I can get it. I really like watching F1 at the higher frame rate.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of really good camera people working in sports.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Ring of Grinding. What does that do?
Was...
It's not an XP boost. It's not a Ring of Grinding. Ooh, though. That is 15% AP and initial AP. That's pretty good. It's expensive.
I remember used to go back to the sports pages in newspapers to see all the photos people took, because there's always great pictures of people making the worst possible faces.
Yeah, I mean, like, stills photography for sports is incredible. It's a hell of a skill.
I remember having paparazzi photographer give a talk at my university, which was something.
Yeah.
The one thing I remember is they all have an understanding that they will hit each other out of the way, and they don't get mad at each other for it.
Okay.
Because that's just part of the job. Which is... I mean, it's a shitty job, a lot of the paparazzi photography, but...
Yes. So a thing that I kind of like, but also will hate if I start having to engage with the system, is that like every town has like 50 different component shops selling different things. And I like that as a detail, but the moment I actually have to do any equipment customization, I'm going to want to chew through my controller.
Yeah, I like that as an idea, but not as an execution.
Yeah.
Though I don't know if people even like that in real life. People just want to go to the one shop and get everything.
It's true. It's true.
I know I certainly do. I'd rather just go one place, but out of necessity, sometimes had to just walk around, find the best price on things.
Yeah. I know them feels. There really is a glitch with Kasiti ears. When you enter a room that's got Kasiti in, their ears just go mad.
It is a physics sort of thing that I feel like I have seen in a lot of games of that era.
Let's take a boat to the castle. If we can.
It's a big place. It's all big sort of city areas in this.
So, the guys just asked me if I need a boat, and the confirm option is, yeah, thanks, boat guy. Rush is
I
such
get
a
seasick
twit.
easily.
Oh, good grief.
I get seasick.
朗報をお待ちしております。
I don't get very seasick, but I have on occasion.
It's very mild with me. I just start getting a bit of a headache. Which is, I don't know. It's part of the, like, people keep saying about motion sickness in VR, and that's probably why that's like the big thing that's pushing me away from it at the moment.
Possibly.
Also, the price is definitely the biggest thing.
And then there are definitely also calibration things.
Yeah. And I also find I don't actually have any space for PlayStation VR.
That too.
Or any VR. Especially not the Vive. Definitely not the Vive.
I still haven't figured out which one's which, to be completely honest.
Vive
Except, obviously, the PlayStation 1 goes with the PlayStation.
PlayStation 1 goes to the PlayStation. Oculus and Vive go with the PC. Oculus is the one owned by Facebook. And the Vive is HTC partnered with Valve.
Is it definitely Vive and not Vive?
It is the Vive.
Okay.
And Vive seems to be the favourite at the moment. Mostly because I think Vive requires more space. Like, it requires a larger room space, but I think it apparently is of higher quality as a headset. And I think a lot of business has a lot more business clients. It's like people running amusement parks and things that use the Vive.
Right.
Whereas apparently Oculus is not doing so hot.
Well, these things happen. I have triggered the next cutscene.
申し上げます。神祖皇帝の御代におきまして、
So how would you do JRPGs in VR?
I wouldn't. There's no fucking point.
Yeah.
Why would you bother?
久しぶりだな、アスラム校。
There's a Danganronpa VR thing.
Good grief.
That game's a visual novel.
Sure, don't put the quest flags on the actual friggin' map. Why would you bother with that? That wouldn't be useful at all.
That's the thing with that kind of has me wary of VR, is that like I like to play games that are kind of more systems like driven and not necessarily like capital I immersive.
But the whole construction of immersion that's at work in those things is
Oh, I know.
not compelling. All you're doing is strapping a screen closer to your face so it takes up more of your field of view.
Yeah, I wouldn't like. There are some things where it does have more of an effect, but like those are rather particular cases.
I mean, absolutely, it makes a difference, but it doesn't make anything like the difference that people are saying it does.
Oh, of course. It's like it's not a £400 difference.
No.
Actually, it's probably about £500.
Depending which system you go for.
Well, you've got like with the PSVR, you've also got to buy that. You've also got to buy the camera and 2 Move controllers.
Mm-hmm.
And Oculus and Vive are about £600-700 out of the box.
Yeah. Oop.
It's just. I mean, I almost worked for a VR company at one point, but
Really? You're allowed to say which one?
no. Well, actually, I didn't sign anything, but it was one called. I don't know. I've never signed anything. But it was one called Hammerhead VR, and they just mostly do demo stuff for like corporate stuff. The last I saw of them, actually no, I was in the Science Museum in London, and there was something of theirs there. But no, they. I remember one of the last things I saw of them. I think I had some cheese company thing.
Huh. So, King David is now handing me a flower.
Huh.
エルマイエン公が保護しているらしい。ワグラムから何とか取り戻したと言っていたのだ。
Is it David or David, or are you just saying that? 'Cause it's easier.
いや、私も直接会ったわけじゃない。
I'm getting confused because Rush pronounces it in a Japanese way.
Well, because the bit I'd played is the name is pronounced David, but Rush keeps calling him Dave.
Well, it's subtitled as Dave.
Yeah. So bear in mind I'm playing the English version.
イリーナ城の力が使われる前に戦を終わらせる。その後、改めてイリーナ城を助けよう。わかった。
Maybe I should, I don't know, make a start on Suikoden at some point.
I gather it's a rather shorter game than this.
Well, the first one is.
Well, we're playing the second one.
Yeah, but the first one is supposed to be the short one. Suikoden 2, I believe, is a bit longer. It was about 40-ish hours. I think some people have said like somewhere between 40 and 60, depending on what you're doing. Actually, no, the how long to beat page doesn't go much above 50 or anything.
I hope it's not a long one, because it's got to fit into December.
How long to beat? Completionist time 51 hours.
Okay.
The average completionist time is 50.5 hours. Average main story time 35.
That's alright then.
I'm also probably going to play Suikoden 2 in November because Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know, depending on how if I get into that game or not. Because if I get into that game, I will probably not play anything else.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that myself.
But I don't know, it looks good. There's a load of footage out there now.
I'm trying not to watch too much of it. Mostly because it'll be commentated by idiots. But
well, a lot of the stuff I've found has been like no commentary stuff. Like GameSpot and Polygon have mostly put up stuff that like no commentary. I think, but Eurogamer stuff I think has commentary, but they've been. I found out from watching Eurogamer's stuff is that you can customize the car.
Yep, I would assume so.
And you can make it look real goofy.
Of course.
Like super colourful. I think they made it like some really bad green colour.
That's probably about the colour I'd go for.
Oh, so I don't know how long that game's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean that's really the question.
I have a feeling it's gonna be like something that's kind of standard but bolstered by a lot of side stuff.
Yeah, it depends exactly how the structure works, I guess.
What because I've played. I feel like I've been playing like most recent RPGs I've played that have been quite long, especially Western ones. They have been lengthy now. They've been getting longer.
Yes, that's definitely true.
Like Dragon Age, the last one was like a 70-hour thing for me.
To say nothing of Witcher 3.
Oh god, that was over 150 hours was what I'm still not done with it.
Good grief, man.
I love that game, but yeah, there's a lot to it. That's the thing, I reached that amount of time, and my reaction to seeing that time counter was like, wait, really?
It's a good sign, I suppose.
I literally thought it was much shorter than that.
Okay, so now I'm fighting the main force of the main villain's army, apparently.
Huh.
In ankle-deep water for some fucking reason.
Well, apparently, according to How Long to Beat Witcher 3's main story is supposed to be just about 45 hours.
I really don't like the sound of "Don't be afraid to die" as the order choice here.
Oh!
I feel bodes ill.
That's... yeah. Especially when the morale is how it is.
Yeah. And he keeps buffing himself. Taking a beating here.
You got some morale?
And then I got raid locked.
Oh.
No. That is a bad start. Yeah, 2 of my unions are down.
Oh no.
Also, how have I got so separated? This game is nonsense.
Yeah. This is...
Like,
You
it's
actually-
tactical combat, but you literally can't control where your troops end up.
That's a bunch of rubbish.
It really is.
It's a load of bull.
But I can gaybolg something. Let's see if that makes a difference. I wonder if this is scripted and like we're about to get in trouble for using the thing.
Oh. I could see this bit of slowdown.
Yeah, I can imagine. Ooh, I... Well... That dude just threw one of his soldiers at me for lethal damage.
Fucking hell.
I have no idea what's going on with this game, Sam. How does it work?
Don't ask me!
I gotta ask somebody.
Hmm.
And Devon's not here for me to be angry at.
Devon's having like... Is he still having the best luck with the game?
He certainly was as of last night.
Whew.
Right, so I definitely want to make sure my dudes all stay together this time.
Has Leroy started on this yet, or is he still
Leroy
having-
hasn't finished Dragon Quest yet.
No. I mean... Dragon Quest isn't that lengthy a game,
Yeah.
I guess. How long did it take you?
Well, my game time was artificially inflated by leaving the emulator running while I was doing other stuff. So my game time was about 30 hours, but I think I only played for about 20 of that.
I think my finish time is about 27-ish. But I tend to take those games a bit slowly. Because I feel like that's how I should play them. But yeah.
God, the close-in marching animations look really dumb in turbo mode.
Everything looks really silly in turbo mode.
Why has one of my dudes gone chasing after a completely different enemy? Eat shit, video game. You are currently targeting the right thing. You are not.
I don't know if I like having the thing to have to speed up a lot of battles in certain games.
How do you mean?
Like having to have it so that to play at a decent pace it has to be sped up to be twice as fast.
I don't know if it's necessary.
I suppose it is me being impatient because like there are certain like games that do play out a fair bit slower and don't necessarily feel bad to play. I don't know. Maybe that is me being fussy, but I don't know actually, because like the standard speed of Bravely Default feels very slow, and I believe the fast forwards in the game are actually something they added for a second version, which is the one that's localized. It might have been a common criticism of the game. I don't know where I'm necessarily going with this, but
I mean, like, I'm quite happy for it to be a choice, I think. You can't make every game super fast.
yeah.
It just sometimes doesn't make conceptual sense.
But I think
There's that throwing one of his own soldiers at me to kill me again. And I'm dead. And ragdolling like a mad thing. That's an impressive game over screen. Oh god, what do I do?
Maybe you are not prepared.
It's possible, I suppose.
You are not prepared.jpg.
No, you are not prepared.wav.
WAV. Oh yes.
It's an audio clip, Sam. More than
No,
it's
because
an image.
I've seen like it used as an image plenty.
Oh, for sure, but like the meme is definitely the audio.
Yeah. No, even though I played plenty of the game in reference, I never got to that point in question.
Well, that's because it's in the Black Temple raid, like right at the end, and nobody does the Black Temple for any reason at all anymore.
Well, no, because that's when I was playing the game. Like I was mostly playing during Burning Crusade.
Yeah, but nobody during Burning Crusade got to the Black Temple.
I don't think I even got past level 50 in Burning Crusade actually.
I have misunderstood what's going on.
What's going on?
Just like where units were starting from in the deployment.
Oh.
Okay, I'm missing something. Definitely. Must be.
Yeah, it just seems a bit weird to just be suddenly wiped like that.
Well, I mean, this game has been pretty unpredictable in terms of what would and wouldn't wipe you so far. But the
also
damage
just,
here seems a little bit unreasonable.
like, is there much other stuff you could be doing?
There's a load of side quests I haven't done. But I really don't want
wonder
to do them.
if the game expects you to do them.
That would be really annoying.
Yeah.
I'll give this one more go, and then if I can't figure it out how to get past turn 1, I'll stop for the night. So over there, right, over there are 2 squads, and the 2 characters are both on that flank. So if I close in on those, let's say you on that one, you on that one, you on that one, and you on that one. How the fuck am I being raid locked? Oh, because the guest unit is getting me raid locked that I have no control over. And that's trashing all my morale. Grand.
Yeah, it kind of seems like getting morale is kind of the key, but it seems very hard to get morale.
Yeah, well, it's a level thing. Like, you start with less morale if the enemy are further ahead of you, which is what really makes me think that I'm not supposed to be doing this yet. But But also, the boss of this encounter has a power that reduces your morale. So,
that's bullshit.
It's a little bit broken. Has the enemy just got more fucking reinforcements? That is a little bit unreasonable. So there's 2 squads. Which ones are they? The generals are both over there. Okay. That
Maybe.
one. Uh-oh. Here come the bosses. And yep, once again, one of my units has fucking wandered off.
What? Ugh.
Don't know why.
The one thing this game seems to need is like the ability to just sort of like direct people where to go.
It would be nice to have a bit more control, yeah.
That makes me think of like a little bit sort of like the Trails battle system, but a bit less. So that game's a bit less obtuse.
Yeah, it's like Trails is much closer to a proper TRPG. Well, that took out 4 enemy unions, which will have helped a bit. Although I am now one-on-one with the boss, which may be a problem.
Maybe, but they've got a bit less morale.
Yeah, the morale's much more in my favour. And I can gang up on him as well.
Do you know why you've done well in this one as opposed to the last one?
I think so. But what it amounts to is being able to decode what happened in previous attempts. Like, it's not information that was available to me at all. Also, it's now going to fall apart because these boss characters are just dismantling me. And I've lost a union, so I can't actually flank attack them.
Oh.
Because they're bosses, that you need an extra unit before they get flanked.
And the morale's gone way down.
Well, it's depleting slowly. And oh, that didn't wipe them out. Cool. Nope. That took out another union. That's probably it.
Oh, fucking hell.
So what went down there? Yeah, now I'm in trouble.
Maybe you are under...
I'm getting the distinct impression I might be underleveled. Yeah.